Welcome back to Natural English Daily Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Natural English Daily. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Jack. And today we are talking about common English phrases for daily life. Let's get into it. Okay, quick question for you. How many times a day do you say, "How are you?"
Honestly, probably 10 times. Maybe more.
Right? And here's the thing, we say these little phrases all day long without even thinking about them. How are you? See you later. No worries.
But if you're learning English, those tiny phrases can actually be the hardest part because nobody really teaches them.
Exactly. So today, that's what we're doing. The everyday phrases that native speakers use without even noticing.
The real stuff. Let's go. Okay, so I actually thought about this a lot last night. Like, what do I say the most in a normal day?
You thought about this last night?
I did. I was just lying there thinking, what did I say today?
That's very you.
I know, I know, but it's true. The first thing is always some kind of greeting, like morning or, hey, how's it going?
Right. And you don't really answer that with a full sentence, do you? It's more like, not bad or can't complain.
Can't complain. I love that one. It just means okay, but it sounds a bit more relaxed.
Actually, can I ask something? Is can't complain positive or negative? Because it sounds negative.
Ha, good question. It sounds negative, but it's actually positive. It means things are fine. I have no complaints.
Okay, that makes sense. English is weird sometimes.
It really is. Oh, and later on, I'm going to teach you a phrase that Jack has never used correctly. Not once.
Hey,
It's true, though.
okay, fair. I'll admit it. There's definitely one phrase I always get wrong.
We'll get there.
Fine. What about when someone asks, "What's up?" What do people actually say back?
Ooh, good one. Honestly, most people don't even answer the question directly.
What do you mean?
Like, someone says, hey, what's up? And you just say, hey, what's up back? Nobody actually answers.
Wait, really? That seems pointless.
It kind of is. It's basically just another way of saying hello. It's not really a question.
Huh. Okay, that explains a lot, actually. I always used to genuinely try to answer it.
With what?
Like, "Oh, not much, just finishing some work." And people would look at me a bit confused.
Yeah, that would confuse people. Unless someone actually stops and says, no, but really, what's up? They just want the greeting back.
Good to know. I've been doing that wrong for years.
Well, now you know.
Okay, what about when you're leaving somewhere? What do you actually say?
Depends who I'm talking to. With friends, it's usually see you later or just catch you later.
I say take it easy a lot. Or just, all right, I'm off.
I'm off. Yeah, that's a really common one. Short and easy.
It's funny, none of these are in textbooks.
No, textbooks teach you goodbye and have a nice day. Nobody actually talks like that.
True. What about with people you don't know so well? Like a coworker or someone at a shop?
Then it's usually a bit more like, have a good one or take care.
Oh, I use have a good one all the time. I didn't even think about it being a specific phrase.
That's the thing with these phrases. You use them without noticing. But if someone asked you to explain them, you'd struggle.
Yeah, honestly, if someone asked me what have a good one actually means, I'd probably just stare at them.
A good one what?
Exactly. Nobody ever finishes that sentence.
It's just short for have a good day, but shortened so much that the meaning kind of disappears.
That's actually a really helpful way to think about it.
Okay, what about when someone thanks you? What do you say back?
Um, you're welcome?
Sure, but what else? What do you actually hear people say?
Hmm. Honestly, I'm not sure. What's the word for, like, when it's really casual?
No worries, or no problem. Both really common.
Oh, right. Yeah, I hear that all the time. No worries, especially.
It's everywhere. Australians say it constantly, but honestly, everyone uses it now.
Okay, wait. But here's my question. Is no worries the same as you're welcome? Or is it different?
It's a little different, actually. You're welcome is a direct reply to thank you. No worries is more relaxed. You can use it for thank you, or for sorry, or even just to say, it's fine, don't worry about it.
Oh, I didn't actually know that. So it's more flexible.
Much more flexible.
Actually, I want to disagree with you on something.
Ooh, go on.
I think no problem sounds a bit more polite than no worries. Like if my boss thanks me, I'd say no problem, not no worries.
Hmm, I actually see it differently. I think it depends more on tone than the words themselves. You could say either one to your boss as long as you say it warmly.
Okay, fair point. Maybe it's not the phrase, it's how you say it.
Exactly. Context and tone matter more than people think.
All right, you win this one.
I usually do.
What about when you make a mistake, like a small one? What do people say?
My bad is a big one. Very casual.
Oh, I say that constantly. My bad, I forgot to reply.
Exactly like that. Or, oops, sorry about that, if it's something small.
What's the difference between my bad and just sorry?
My bad is more casual, and it's usually for small things. You wouldn't say my bad if you broke something expensive.
Right. That would need a proper apology.
Definitely. My bad is for like forgetting to text someone back or bumping into someone slightly.
Small, everyday mistakes.
Exactly that.
Okay, now, the phrase you promised, the one I always get wrong.
Right. Okay, so I'm good.
What's wrong with I'm good?
Nothing's wrong with it. But you use it in the wrong situation sometimes. Like last week, I asked if you wanted more tea and you said I'm good, which is fine. It means no thank you.
Right.
But then yesterday, someone asked how you were, and you also said I'm good, which also works. But you say it exactly the same way both times. So sometimes I genuinely don't know if you're answering, how are you, or turning something down.
Oh no, I never noticed that.
It's very you.
Okay, so I'm good can mean two totally different things.
Exactly. I'm doing well, or no thank you. Same words, different meaning. Depends on the question.
That's actually really useful to know. Thank you for that painfully honest observation.
Anytime.
Actually, quick pause. If you're enjoying this conversation, please subscribe to Natural English Daily. It really helps us.
And share it with a friend who is learning English. Okay, back to it.
So, what else do we use constantly? What about when you don't understand something?
Oh, that's a good one. Sorry, come again? Or, sorry, what was that?
I usually just say, sorry, what?
That works too, it's just a bit more direct. Come again is slightly softer.
Good to know. I'll upgrade my vocabulary.
Please do.
What about when you're trying to remember something and it's just not coming to you?
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
I say that so often. usually when I'm trying to remember someone's name.
Everyone does. It's such a useful phrase because it happens to everyone, all the time.
What's the word for when you finally remember it? Like a while later?
It just came to me. Or it clicked.
Oh, it clicked. That's a good one. I haven't heard that before, actually.
Really? It's really common. Like, oh, it just clicked when you suddenly understand something.
I like that. I'm going to start using that one.
Good. Add it to the list.
What about agreeing with someone? Like when someone says something and you just totally agree.
I know, right? That's a big one.
Oh, yeah, I say that constantly.
Or just tell me about it, which sounds like a question, but it's actually agreement.
Wait, that one confused me for months when I first heard it.
It confuses everyone at first. It sounds like you're asking someone to explain something, but really it means, I completely agree. I understand exactly what you mean.
English really doesn't make this easy for people.
It really doesn't. But once you know it, it's so useful.
One more. What do you say when you're not sure about something? Like you're not confident?
I'm not too sure, or just I'm on the fence about it.
On the fence. I've heard that, but I never really understood it.
It means you can't decide. Like you're sitting on a fence, not on one side or the other,
Oh, that actually makes sense visually.
right? A lot of these phrases make more sense once you picture them.
That's a really helpful way to remember them, honestly.
It really is. Okay, should we go through today's favorites?
Let's do it. Can't complain, meaning things are fine.
No worries. Flexible, casual for thank you or sorry.
I'm off for when you're leaving.
I'm good. Careful with that one, it depends on context.
My bad for small everyday mistakes.
And tell me about it, which means I totally agree, not an actual question.
6 really solid phrases for everyday life.
Okay, let's practice. Let's try a few of these together. Ready?
Ready, let's go.
Morning, Jack. How's it going?
Can't complain, you?
Good, thanks. Hey, thank you so much for yesterday, by the way.
No worries at all.
Do you want another cup of tea?
I'm good, thanks.
All right. Oh, sorry. I forgot to bring your book back.
Ah, my bad too, actually. I forgot to ask for it.
Well, I should get going anyway.
Okay, I'm off too, actually. See you later.
See you? Oh, and honestly, this weather has been exhausting lately.
Tell me about it.
Perfect.
See, that actually felt pretty natural.
It really did. That's the goal. Okay. So today we talked about common English phrases for daily life. Great conversation, Jack.
Really good. So the key phrases from today, you can say can't complain when someone asks how you are. You can say no worries instead of you're welcome. And you can say tell me about it when you completely agree with someone.
And remember, the best way to get better is to actually use these phrases. Say them out loud. Practice with a friend. Use them today.
And for today's question, we want to hear from you. What's one English phrase you hear a lot but never really understood? Leave it in the comments below. We read every single one.
If today's episode helped you, please subscribe, give us a like, and share it with one person who is learning English. That is the best thing you can do for us.
Thank you so much for listening. Keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next one.
Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye.